feature around the Rana racetrack is both magnificent and broad, but that's not the thing that people tend to recognise when you're about to witness the semi-final in this year's STCC. Here the driver gets to put their tyres into many kilometres of specially made tarmac imported from Germany and compete on the most expensive track in the championship. The track itself is so far away from civilization that they had to install their own water supply and power generators.
Right then, hello and welcome back to the Swedish Touring Car Championships for rounds 13 and 14 of the series from Rana. Before we get started, I'm just going to quickly run through the top 5 in points at the moment. We are leading the championship by 18 points over Jan Nilsson with 162 over 144. Then only 1 point separates Nilsson and Edman with 143. Then Carl Rosenblad has 101, and in 5th at the moment is Fredrik Ekblom with 90 points. So that's incredibly close so far in this championship with only 4 races to go. These two and the last two of the championship. So as always, we're going to start at the very back for this race, and we'll just see how things go, really. Just see if we can make up the positions like we usually do and continue our points lead in the championship. Of course, in reality, we're like last in the standings with 0 points, because I've mentioned multiple times before that I've had to restart this championship over and over and over again when I record, because it doesn't save the championship midway through, which is a massive shame. So we don't get the outro of the series, which again is a shame, but it's alright, I can just throw that up at the end anyway. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on then with the next race of the championship and see where everyone lines up. So we have Tommy Rustad on pole position, Fredrik Ekblom on the first row as well, alongside in second, Jens Edman and Thomas Johansson, third and fourth at Jan Nilsson and Thomas Shee in fifth and sixth. Then you've got Pegan Andersson, Stefan Lindberg, Mattis Ekstrom, Thomas Engstrom, Carl Rosenblad, Hubert Berg, Jan Brunstead, Nettan Lindgren, good qualifying for her, in 14th, Tommy Christofferson, and myself at the very back in 16th place. And here we go then. And away we go for round 13. For 13 laps, or 14 laps I should say. And they're already slamming on their brakes, excuse me. Well, I've got to get used to this again, of course, with the massive oversteer problems that this game does have. And I've not practiced on this track either, so I need to get used to my braking points as I'm racing. I think this is the northernmost racetrack in the world as well. It's very close to the Arctic Circle or something like that, where I read from Wikipedia anyway. I could be completely wrong. But I think that certain times of the year, or 6 months of the year, this track has permanent daylight. There's no nighttime, so at least doing a 24-hour race here would be ideal. But it does look very secluded with the skybox as well, mountains and God knows what else. So we're not doing too bad at the moment up into, what are we at the moment? Oh, as we go off the circuit, the bloody handling problems. Well, we were in 5th, dropped down to 6th, which, again, it still isn't that bad. Oh my word, this game. I really can't wait to be done with this game, to be honest, just for the fact of this oversteer nonsense. Well, 1 lap down, 13 to go. Alright, the Ford Mondeo, I'll dispose of him shortly. Excuse me. And I get whacked up the rear by said Mondeo. And I'll take the inside of the BMW as he tries to block his line. Too late. Alright, back up into 5th place. Oh, I don't know if I could take that quick right-left succession flat out. I'm not going to risk it. Right, we've caught up to the other BMW and the 2 Volvos. So that's a plus. Come round the final corner once again to complete yet another lap. And a good run that time. Squeeze past the BMW. 12 laps to go. I squeeze past you, please? Not quite. No, I'm just going to get rear-ended by the BMW again. Now, how come they don't get stop-and-go penalties? Excuse me. Oh, you can go through there flat out then. It's just a BMW stopped me from doing so. And again, the oversteer problems. Oh. How I managed to keep this series going all the way through, I have no idea. I probably would have, you know, any other person would have probably given up after round 1 and said, nope, the car's uncontrollable, I'm giving up on this straight away. No, I pushed through with it because I am a massive glutton for punishment, you know what I'm like. And I have tried everything in my power to get the second game working. I've installed it, I've tried adding patches, compatibility, I just cannot get the game to work. So I'm going to have to send my copy off to Riva and hopefully he'll be able to get the game working to some fashion like he did with this one. He did an outstanding job with this, he actually got it to work and it's, you know, 16:9 resolution, widescreen, and it looks fairly good. So maybe you can work his magic again on the second game, which is so much better from when I played it back on my old computer in like the early 2000s. Of course, back then I didn't actually race properly, I just turned around the track backwards and crashed into the other cars. And that's how I found out that the cars don't retire. Same as this one, they don't really get any damage that causes their car to become rendered useless, so... But you do race against 24, I think, cars on that game, rather than just 16. And you got a support car championship as well in that game as well, which is the Chevy Camaro championship that they used to have. And it was just a better game all around. Oh, stop it with your oversteering nonsense. Get a move on. Come on, move. Well, the leader's just pulling away at this point. He's looking back and thinking, ah, suckers. Get out of the way. Oh, and again, rear-ended by the BMW. You cheating son of a bitch. Oh, for God's sake. No, don't go off the circuit, you absolute fool. Oh my word, this game is such a pile of crap. I have to put in such little input with the steering, and even then it doesn't always work, as you've just seen. That's why I'm very tentative about going around certain corners at certain rates of speed, because I know exactly what's going to happen. Still not as bad as Falkenberg, though. That track was absolutely terrible. You just needed to look at the car slightly wrong and it would oversteer into the next county. It was terrible. Alright, no one else behind us, so that's good. Dropped down to 8th. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, starting next lap, 9 to go. Which isn't too bad. Plenty of time. We can take these corners more or less flat. Still letting off the throttle a little bit because I am worried about the car doing its usual numpty stuff. Right, can we get past the Audi, please? Thank you. Careful. No, don't oversteer there. Why did you oversteer when nothing was happening? You touched another car, therefore you have to oversteer off the circuit. Thank you very much. And again! Oh my god. It's okay, just 4 more races or 3 more races to go after this and then we can be done with it. I was actually gonna do a full series of this on the second channel as a, start to finish playthrough. I don't think I've got the motivation to do that, not after all these races. Oh, stop it! I hate this game in the way it handled. Look, stop! Trying to spin every 5 bloody seconds. Back down to 8th again. Right, let's try and get past the Audi again. For the 18th bloody time. This is not going to do our championship hopes any good whatsoever. But it's okay, we got this race to do again all tomorrow. Oh joy of joys. The Audi did try and sniff up the inside of the Mondeo there. Maybe they could battle each other and I can squeeze up the inside. Or I could just do it here. That'd be handy. No, he's just gonna spin me off, you absolute bastard. Get your bloody ass back here, you son of a bitch. Right, we're miles ahead of anybody else, so at least 8th place is guaranteed. Christ alive, 7 seconds down the bloody road already. No, don't. Looking at the scenery though, it reminds me of the first Rambo film, First Blood, where he's all in the trees and everything else. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of that for some reason. In the wilderness. There we go, right, we're slowly catching. Oh, will you stop? Christ's sake. I hate. Why does the game do... What's this? When this game first released, if anyone's actually played this game when it first came out, did the cars handle like this? Did they purposefully make the cars handle like shit so that you would have to use a steering wheel? Is that their logic behind it, or was it just something that slipped by the quality assurance manager? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. I cannot work it out if this game actually shipped handling like this. Or if it's the fact that the game is just not really that compatible with newer systems and you do need a steering wheel. Well, I don't see they would do that because a lot of people, even today, race with keyboards, which, you know, God knows how you do that with sim racers, but there you go. I mean, for goodness sake, give me GTR 2 and its botched mod physics compared to this. Now, that's saying something. Okay, I gotta take it so carefully around these corners. There we go. Right. We have 5 laps to go. Can we make up any time in that 5 laps? Answer, no. Probably. Yeah, what gets me as well is that the CPU opponents can just barrel through these corners flat out. Of course, they act like they're on rails. You can't even push them out the way. No, don't. And of course, when you're in the braking zones, they go up your chuff and they just push you off anyway, as the Audi did to me on the last corner a couple of laps ago. Which is completely unfair. Come on, 4 laps to go. We can make up at least 2 spots. I'm hoping... No, not like that. Come on. Stop trying to spin. You stupid alpha piece of crap. But only 2 seconds ahead. Okay, we caught back up to the Audi. I was going to say Alpha, but no, that's the one I'm driving. Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh, crikey. Get out the way, you ignoramus. No, I'm not going to try and risk it going through this corner, not side by side. Ooh. You dare try and push me off again, Audi, I will find out where you live and beat you to death with your stupidity. So he did it anyway, you son of a bitch. And why does it take 10 years for the car to accelerate? You're in first gear, for God's sake, move! Oh, the engine keyed then, it went over the rev limiter. Didn't even know that was a thing. Well, so much for trying to get another victory. At least we're in a top 8. I dive up the outside of the Audi. Let's try it this time. No, you don't. You cheating swine. Okay, good. Alright, let's try and get the move done on the Ford. Or just lock up the brakes, of course, because the car didn't lock up the brakes the entire time. Now it does. Oh, please just end this torment. Oh, there are spectators in the stands. I didn't notice that then. There's like 5. They're bracing the chilly conditions to stand and watch this monstrosity take place. Right, good run. No, the Audi's just going to block his line and my car's going to spin for no apparent reason. Other than to be a recalcitrant piece of metal and bolts and garbage. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Yeah, you're welcome. Where's his penalty? Remember at Falkenberg when I rear-ended out of the car and I got given a stop-and-go penalty or drive-through penalty? Where's his drive-through? He just blatantly took me off the circuit. No, it's fine. You're an Audi driver. All Audi drivers are exactly the bloody same. If you're not slamming on your brakes, brake-checking people, you're rear-ending them. Of course you are. Thanks a lot. Still no one behind us though, by a massive margin. Alright, he's dropped back from the Ford, so maybe I might have a chance to actually overtake him now without him rear-ending me. It's the last lap. No. Nope, the car's just going to oversteer again, this bloody stupid game. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, for goodness sake. No. Oh, can I get him on the line? Yeah, suck on that Audi, you piece of crap. Yeah, 7th place, which is absolutely terrible. So there we go then, not the kind of result that we were looking for. We only managed to get 7th in the end with 4 points. So Tommy Rustad leaps away with 20 points with the race win, and Jens Edmund, Jan Nilsson, the top 3 as well. And yeah, I will not add the points up just yet. We're going to get on with race number 2 tomorrow, and then I will add the total points so far in the championship and see where that 4 points gets us, and if we still continue our points lead of the championship, which I think we should do. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Only by a couple of points, so I feel. So with that, I will leave it here for now, and we'll be back tomorrow for race number 2 and round 14 of the championship. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.